Number 29 requires you to be familiar with the reaction conditions. For B, C, and D, we all require them to be heated, whereas for A, it is carried out under room temperature. So it's more of a recall kind of question. Number 30, we have a compound that's oxidized, and then it reacts with ethanol to form liquid Z. And these conditions should remind you of esterification. So X or Z will be an ester. It will be made up of an acid that has 6 carbon, because we have something that has 6 carbon at the start. It could be alcohol, and then it's oxidized to a 6 carbon acid. Then finally the acid reacts with the ethanol to give the ester. So we will have to look out for an ester group. So this B, C, and D are possible. This is not an ester group for A, so that is out. From the ester group, we have to look for the one that is combined by ethanol and then a 6 carbon acid. Okay. We add up, we have a 6 carbon acid here, and then the ethanol is on this side with a ester bond. So it is B. (31) How may nitrogen exist in compounds? It can be a triple bond in nitrogen gas N2. It can be part of an ammonium cation. To form an anion, it will have to gain 3 electrons. So statement 3 is wrong because of the word lost. It should be gaining. (32) We have this radioactive atom. What is the number of electrons? You actually have to go and check your data booklet, which will be 43, or number of protons should be 43. So once we have this, we have the protons, neutrons, and electrons sorted out. Okay, you can see that it has 13 more neutrons than protons. It's 43 protons, 99 nucleons. Which of these substances have a giant structure? Silicon dioxide, giant covalent. Baked clay is ceramic, it will be giant covalent. Phosphorus 5 oxide is actually simple covalent. So the first two are giant structures, the third one is simple covalent structure. (34) Properties of group 7. As you go down the group, the color will be darker, the melting point will be increasing. So we can expect astatine to be dark colored solid, room temperature. More powerful oxidizing agent. The more powerful oxidizing agent will be your fluorine, and then it goes down the group, it becomes less and less oxidizing. Hydride is thermally stable. HAT, you expect it to decompose into H2 and AT2 pretty easily. Okay, just like hydrogen iodide becoming hydrogen and iodine very easily. Why so? Because there's a very long bond length between H and AT. The strength will be low. Okay. Anyway, statement 2 is out. So statement 3 must be wrong. Processes in the contact process. What happens at the start is sulfur dioxide will become sulfur trioxide under a catalyst. So the first one is correct. Sulfur trioxide actually reacts with concentrated sulfuric acid to form H2S2O7. And then H2S2O7 will react with water, and then we'll get sulfuric acid. So the reactions is the first one and the one written in blue. 2 and 3 doesn't take place. Which one will not cause a pH change when added to water? The first two, aluminum oxide and silicon dioxide, are insoluble in water. So although they are acidic, they won't dissolve to change the pH. So you have to be careful. P4O10 does dissolve in water and will cause the pH to be low. (37) Which one will convert propane into 1-chloropropane? Chlorine and sunlight. Under limited amounts of chlorine, we will get free radical reaction. Concentrated HCl. It might work when there's a double bond, when the Cl and the H are added across the double bond, but there are no double bond here, so it will not work for propane. PCl5, you will replace the OH groups either in alcohols or acid groups, but we do not have them in our propane. (38) First step is your nucleophilic substitution. Nucleophile OH replace your Br. We can carry out using heating with sodium hydroxide. And then finally, if you want to replace OH with Cl, we can use PCl5, PCl3, or SOCl2. Okay. Not sodium chloride. (39) Which one reacts with butanol? Tollens reagent reacts with aldehyde, not ketone. Sodium boron hydride, reducing agent, it will reduce your butanol to alcohol, secondary alcohol. And because of the carbonyl group, you expect 2,4-DMPH to react also. 40. Which one will give a positive result? Aqueous bromine will be adding across this double bond. Dichromate, there's no alcohol groups to be able to oxidize dichromate, to be oxidized by dichromate, so 2 will be out. There's no aldehyde groups to react with your Felling's reagent, so 3 will be out.